Thermal imaging is showing me 24 hostiles on the 3rd floor. Why don't I drop you off on the 2nd?
Welcome to Tom's Movie Cruise.
Highs and lows of Hollywood seas. We're discussing Batman versus Superman. So
How are you
fucking
today,
great.
Laurie?
Abby has not stopped talking about this goddamn film
What
for
film?
the past month. Batman versus Superman.
There's a Batman versus Superman film.
Oh, you're such a cunt.
We did try talking about this before.
Somebody didn't save the files,
It really pisses me off that that person didn't do that.
right?
Awful human being named
It is.
Abby. It's fine because we're going to talk about it now.
And Abby has a lot to say on this matter. So
Do I?
We're not going to run out.
Well, actually, just like today, which was interesting because before we spoke a little bit about Zack Snyder and how he said that there's going to be an R-rated cut on the Blu-ray. And now he's finally announced that the R-rated cut is going to be 30 minutes longer than the original.
Does that mean there's going to be a really graphic sex scene between Batman and Lex Luthor?
Yes. 30 minutes of just pure
Pure ball shots.
bullshit.
Just balls.
No, I mean, knowing Zack Snyder, I don't think, apart from like the opening sequence in 300, I can't think of sex scenes in Zack Snyder films. Like in the films he's done, Sucker Punch, Watchmen. Oh, no, they're sex scenes.
So it's going to be violence, basically.
Violence usually is like a couple more shots. Like, oh, that guy got his head cut off. Like the PG version, it'll be they cut just before the head drops on the floor
Yeah.
and we see the blood. So it's like normally if you're doing an R-rated cut, it should be like no more than 5-10 minutes. What the fuck, Zack Snyder? Like,
I don't like the idea of having an R-rated DVD cut anyway.
why?
Because it's like, money.
Yeah, what's
Bring in
wrong?
that cash dollar.
What's wrong with money?
Just like release the film that you're happy with and then stop.
No, but the issue is like they want to get as many people as possible to watch the film. Look,
Okay,
right.
yeah.
I don't have a problem with this because I think the more Batman v Superman, the better. And you don't have to fucking watch this. Like, it's not like Zack Snyder saying, okay, you need to watch the R-rated version, but like, I'm going to put out the PG version in cinema. So you're gonna watch one because you can't be bothered to wait for the Blu-ray, but then you now need to go watch the Blu-ray. He's like, you can choose.
I guess it's a good marketing thing because nobody really buys DVDs anyway. So
Well,
like,
some people do, but
Yeah,
it's
but-
not like a thing.
it's like going downhill.
Yeah, but it's like, will this motivate people to buy the Blu-ray that weren't going to buy the Blu-ray anyway?
No, I'll just watch it online.
Illegally. Ugh, see, I mean, you are the problem with society.
I'll
Oh my
pay
goodness
to see
today.
it in cinemas and I'll watch the R-rated online.
Do you think Zack Snyder is a douchebag?
I don't know the man.
You saw a picture of
He
him.
has a lot of like
the other day.
tattoos and he wears tight black t-shirts. So I feel like,
He knows what he's got. He's showing off his jewels.
or he wants to be Batman.
But everyone wants to be Batman.
I
I don't
don't.
think he's legit like, oh, I'm super jealous of Ben Affleck. But I do think he's been making an extra effort to show that he's friends with the people on set.
Yeah, like all the pictures, like look how pally I am with this guy.
Right? Because like all the behind the scenes, like usually when you see behind the scenes photos, like we just want to see the actors do their shit. Like we want to see pictures of Henry Cavill. Well, we don't actually want to see, but like theoretically, if we wanted to see pictures of actors, we would want to see a picture of Henry Cavill and like Ben Affleck, like putting each other in like headlocks and shit.
Oh yeah,
But, like-
quality content.
Quality banter.
But instead, it's just like Zack Snyder doing something with this
Yeah.
stagehand that I've never seen before.
Zack Snyder, you know, and then Ben Affleck's back of his head.
Yeah.
And Zack Snyder bolstering his bicep. Like he just keeps taking pictures
Like
of himself.
flex.
I've never seen more pictures of a director on Instagram than
No.
Zack Snyder.
No.
But it's kind of adorable because he's a bit of a boss, isn't he? He just
Yeah.
keeps. I was saying the other day, like, I'm not sure what dirt Zack Snyder has on Warner Brothers that they keep giving him films. Like, he's gonna direct Justice League Part 1 and 2. And I'm like, no one. It's not even a fact that Zack Snyder's a bad director. I don't actually think he's a bad director. He's made some good things. But when the fans are cooling, we hated Man of Steel with a passion. And, you know, it made some money, but really the backlash kind
But
of...
listen, I don't think that's really fair
What do you mean?
because I feel like Zack can learn from his mistakes.
Yes, but you don't go give him every other important tentpole movie
You do
forward.
because he's gonna do a really good job with this one.
But that's not how it works. It's not like, oh, you flunked an exam, you get to resit. This is like billions of fucking dollars.
He made a profit. That's all they care about.
They made a profit, but it's not about how much Batman v Superman makes, because Batman v Superman is going to make a ton of moolah
And
anyway.
Man of Steel
The
made
issue
a ton of money too.
Yeah, no, but no, it made like good amounts of money. But the feedback and the reason why they're having to go so hard with the marketing for Batman v Superman is because people didn't really give a shit about Man of Steel. So now they're having to put extra money in because Zack Snyder fucked up in the first place. But they're like, no, we'll give him another shot. And I'm just saying that Batman v Superman has to be amazing because that fucks up their complete slate.
Also,
if it isn't.
Also, really, who really cares about Justice League? Like, I care less than I care about Superman. I used to read the comics as a kid, and I didn't care about it then, and I don't care about it now.
Weirdly enough, it's the same issue I have with the Avengers.
I also don't care about the Avengers.
Right? And I think this is secretly why I've always had a thing against the X-Men, because I've always kind of liked the idea of the individual mutants, and whenever the story, what they tried to do with Wolverine, actually I hated those movies. I think there's something about a group of people with different powers that just doesn't appeal to me. Like, it just looks like chaos.
No, because it's just boring, because they just reduced to the one that can shoot lasers out of his eyes.
Right.
And you're like, it's like in Avengers. Like, I used to care about some of the individual characters, but then I didn't care about them when they're just fighting.
But it's not that they're fighting, that's the problem.
No, it's the fact that there's no character depth. Well, there's a little bit, but like very, very barely scratching the surface.
It's all just kind of very obvious things.
Yeah.
Like, we'll give this guy love interest, so, you know, we don't want him to die.
That ticks the sex box.
God. Do you think if there was like really hardcore sex scenes in the Avengers,
Yeah.
do you think more people would be interested?
No, because like everyone who's a fan of the Avengers is like 14.
You know that's not true.
No, I think that would be a terrible idea.
Yeah, no. It would be a terrible idea. I'm throwing that out.
Hey, Zach. Tips for Justice League.
Well,
Get Martian Manhunter to
oh my God.
brutally.
Do you think they'll ever make a Martian Manhunter film?
Hopefully not, because he's ridiculous.
I think it would be amazing. But then people said that about Guardians of the Galaxy. A tree and a raccoon?
Yeah, but
really?
Imagine if they made a film about the tree, right?
So I'm not even gonna lie, like, everyone was geeking out over Groot. I was like, I do not give a shit. When he died, I was like, does that mean we don't get Groot in Guardians of the Galaxy 2? Cha-ching.
Cha-ching.
No, he's like a fucking baby plant.
I cried when he died, but only because
He doesn't say anything. I am Groot. What the
I didn't
fuck
care
does that mean?
I didn't care that he died, but I cared that everyone else was sad that he died.
Were people sad? I just
Yeah.
remember, like, Chris Pratt making
Rocket
loads
was
of
like,
jokes.
no. I think Rocket was so cute. Anyway, Batman versus Superman. You had some questions to ask me.
So this film is coming out in a week's time. Well, the first question I wanted to ask you is Batman or Superman?
Wonder Woman.
Now you got to pick between the two of them.
Well, obviously Batman, though. What kind of question is that?
No, it's not. Who do you
Superman is like a cardboard box.
Right. But I'm not saying just like who do you prefer, but like who do you think should win?
Batman.
You would prefer him to
Because
win.
Superman is an illegal alien.
Oh, those illegal aliens.
Damn it.
We're feeling the
No.
heat right now.
Listen, I think that Batman should win because I don't know if he counts as an underdog.
What, Batman?
Yeah.
At this point, I don't think he does, because he's
No.
killed way too many people to call himself an underdog.
I mean, in terms of the fight against Superman, he definitely has the odds piled against him.
Batman has a home advantage.
You know what I'm trying to say. Okay.
Like, everyone's against Superman at this point. So Batman just has to call someone and be like, hey, this fucking alien's fucking up, and Donald Trump will be there in a second.
I think I don't know. I've always been for Batman because I think he's killer. That's a good statement.
Great answer.
But also, yeah, he's a human, and not in the sense that sounds.
Just-
I don't know. It's just the fact that it is like a slightly unfair fight, though obviously Batman's not going to lose.
Yeah. But I don't think Superman's aim is like, I want to kill Batman.
No, but he could very easily. I think. Listen, I'm for Batman. There's your question answered.
My next question is, how much? No, you don't know anything about box office.
I do.
Do you now, Laurie?
I'm a pro.
No, I was going to ask you, do you think Batman, domestically in America, because no one gives a shit about the UK, do you think Batman v Superman will make more than 200 million opening weekend or less than 200 million?
How much did Deadpool make?
Deadpool made like 150. That was crazy numbers though. But Deadpool made like 150. Jurassic World made, I think, just over 200 or like 210. Force Awakens made 235.
I think Batman vs Superman will make 195 million
Why'd you say that?
because people are gonna go watch it. Because people will watch anything with Batman in it.
Right. Well, I don't know how much The Dark Knight. I think The Dark Knight Rises made like 160 something.
That was the first one.
The
People
Dark Knight
weren't, like-
Rises is a third one.
Why is it called The Dark Knight Rises then?
Oh, because
It
he
should be The Dark Knight Goes to Bed.
right. Well, because it was the Batman. It was Batman. He was
Batman Begins.
He wasn't a knight in the first one. He's got his
Batman
knighthood in
Begins.
The Dark Knight.
Okay. In my defense, I don't like Christian Bale.
What does this have to do with remembering what the title of the film is? Okay. Next question.
No. Let me clarify. I do like Christian Bale. I didn't like his Batman.
I don't think anyone here is going to crucify you for saying you don't like Christian Bale. He's not exactly a saint.
But he's made some good films.
Yeah, he's also done some shouting. So I asked you before to think about this, so you better have a really snappy answer as to what you think the Rotten Tomatoes score is going to be.
I think, let me access my mental powers
Audience
of predicting
and
the future.
critics.
The audience review is going to be 68%.
68%, okay.
Yeah. And did I say audience? I meant critics.
Okay.
And the audience is going to be 72.
You think the audiences will like it more
Yeah.
than the critics?
I think they will.
Okay. Will this change your mind? Some Hollywood guy came out a couple of weeks ago talking about, he's a really respected journalist, and he was discussing how he'd seen Batman v Superman, and if you didn't like Man of Steel, you definitely won't like Batman v Superman. Do you think that changes your opinion, or do you think you're kind of on the right track?
I think I'm still on the right track because why didn't people like Man of Steel?
Because it was boring.
Okay.
Because Zack Snyder's idea of making a dark film was literally make it dark. He was
Okay.
like, let me just turn the saturation down. Let's just see how that
That's fine.
works.
That corrects all.
Yeah, because
Plot
Henry Cavill
fuck-ups.
has the charisma of a potato.
Yeah, but Ben Affleck will fix the charisma problem.
I do think that people will want to like the film more because of Ben Affleck. Because
Yeah.
he's a likable dude,
Right.
right? But he did just cheat on his wife, allegedly.
That makes no difference.
You'll be surprised. I'm not even just saying this to be ridiculous, because even though I find the whole scenario like hilarious, because Jennifer Garner's like the most boring human being.
That's mean.
That is kind of mean, but she is though, isn't she?
But she might be. That's okay. Being a boring person does not make it okay for someone to cheat on you.
Allegedly, she
For
came
someone
out.
to allegedly cheat on you.
She came out herself and said that he didn't cheat. This isn't going to be a talk about their marriage, but she said that he slept with the nanny after they'd already separated. So
This is not a gossip podcast,
that's what I
Abby.
just said. Anyway, no, I genuinely think that kind of stuff does. Hollywood does focus on that kind of thing. How is audience perception to Ben Affleck right now? Some people are like, my husband cheated on me. I don't want to fucking support Ben Affleck's career.
Listen, people who are married is not the main demographic. It's like young people. No, it is.
So there's no young people that are married.
No.
Oh. If you were 21 and married, fuck you, apparently.
Yeah, but hopefully your wife won't have cheated on you when you're 21 and married.
Right.
Listen, I wouldn't not go see a film. Like, I watched Mad Max. If Mad Max is in the cinemas, I would go watch it again. The old ones.
Is there a reason why you wouldn't?
Yeah, because people don't like Mel Gibson.
Really? Why?
Oh, I wonder why. I'm a firm believer of
Forgive and forget.
not forgive, but like separating performances from the person.
Yeah. But then it comes a little bit more, I don't want to go into this kind of conversation, but it gets more difficult when it comes to people who are like accused of, there was like a director recently who was accused of abusing people like sexually during like casting calls.
Yeah.
And people are like, I don't want to watch any movie he does.
No, yeah,
in the
sure,
future.
sure, but like allegedly cheating on your wife when you were split up isn't the same kind of.
My point is just, do you think the Rotten Tomatoes score will be affected at all because of the feedback from Man of Steel?
Yes,
Right.
maybe.
Because this guy said that. the
Okay,
film was
maybe.
similar.
Maybe I'll give it a 67 audience.
Don't change your view. One down. Seriously.
No, from 72 to 67.
Oh, wait, for audience.
Mm-hmm.
So wait, 67? That's a big jump, actually.
Yep.
That's 5%.
Going with my gut.
Cool. That's all my questions for you on Batman v Superman.
And we never talk about it again.
What?
Deal.
We've got a week, guys. Are you excited? I
I'm-
am.
Are you excited for... We're talking about Batman. Can we diverge into something else that is also Batman related?
Yes, please.
The Killing Joke. She's shaking in excitement.
Look,
Loves it.
Batman the Mask and Phantasm is the best Batman film to have ever been created. And Batman the Animated Series is the best portrayal of Batman that exists. And I'm not even
Correct.
like trying to shit on any other previous Batman films. Batman and Robin,
Correct.
Adam West, Michael Keaton.
Also,
Or
congrats
Christian Bale.
to the lovely Mark Hamill for reprising his role as Batman.
I thought you were going to say
It's
he's
Batman,
getting
it's the
another.
Joker.
No offense, Mark Hamill, you will never be Batman. Like he would never. No one would think of him.
No.
I'm
He is-
super excited because I love Mark Hamill. I love Mark Hamill as the Joker. I know you hate the Joker.
I don't hate the Joker. I don't like the killing joke very much.
It's
Like it's like the Game of Thrones of Batman.
oh my god. It definitely like includes some unnecessary women
No, that's not even my problem.
Being
Like everybody
treated badly.
Yeah, but like everybody is treated badly. That's my point. Like everybody's like stripped naked at some point and
I-
put in cages by like midgets. And
No,
shit.
but
It's
like
weird.
I find that shit interesting. And also I think
You want to see Gordon's cartoon dick? That's what it is.
yeah, yes please. No, I just find this interesting. And to be honest, it's not so much that this is the comic they've decided to do because there are tons, and also like you're more of an expert on Batman than I am because I'm.
That's true.
We never talk about Spider-Man. That's what I'm more like versed in. But to be honest, just seeing like for there to be another Batman film is a good thing.
When did they do Under the Red Hood?
Do you know I've not actually seen that?
That
But
was
I don't
good.
know, I don't know when that came.
That was
out.
more recent.
No, and there was also like another Bad Blood. I don't know. I haven't seen any of these ones, but I've just not put them in my head. Good on you, Warner Brothers, making that money. Wouldn't it be funny?
You're plugging your employees now.
Jesus Christ. Let's do the next segment.